Meteorologist Nick Kelly here, checking in on your early Tuesday afternoon. We are locked in with heat advisories for the western half of the Missouri Ozarks and northwestern Arkansas from noon, taking us until 8 o'clock this evening. And despite the fact that some of you are not under this heat advisory, we are all going to be hot for today, certainly hotter compared to yesterday, and we will notice that humidity really kicking in as well. Despite the heat and humidity building back in, we kept it quiet throughout the day so far, and I really expect it to stay quiet for the rest of the day. That is until we get into late tonight, because you see all that bands of rain and storms just to our north and northwest. That is activity forming along our next cold front and in the vicinity of our warm front that passed on through this morning. We're going to have to watch this cold front by late tonight, very late tonight, and over the next few days for our rain chances to pick back up. But as long as we are definitely in the warm sector of the storm system, that and this upper level high will make sure that through the day, any big storm chance to stay away from us, but that is going to make sure that we are hot and humid for today. So how do the numbers look? Well, after our very warm and muggy start to this afternoon, we're going to see afternoon highs, especially underneath those heat advisories, back in the middle to maybe a couple of upper 90s. Everyone else in the eastern Ozarks might be just a little bit cooler, but that is purely relative. It'll still be hot in that part of the Ozarks, lower to some mid-90s for this afternoon. Even by 10 o'clock, it's still going to be very warm, with many of us still in the lower to middle 80s. We will see the numbers drop off overnight, but only back into the middle and some upper 70s. And even though we're going to see more in the way of cloud cover and rain chances picking up for your Wednesday, I still think we're going to have a hot day with temperatures at least pushing into the lower 90s for highs, and we will definitely have that humidity in place. Speaking of that humidity, that is going to take your feels like numbers to start the afternoon out in the lower 90s to about 100 and force these numbers up as high as 108 before the afternoon is through. We'll back up on the numbers tonight, and then, despite maybe a drop in the actual air temperatures tomorrow, it's not a big drop, and we'll keep that humidity up. So I think it's very possible that some spots, if not a lot of us, could see heat indices back in the triple digits once again. But let's focus on rain chances too, because even though we're not going to see anything for the rest of the day and for much of this evening, any big storm chances will stay up in central and northern Missouri to start the evening out. But as our cold front comes in during the morning hours on Wednesday, I wouldn't be shocked if some areas, mainly north of Springfield, in the northern and even northeastern Ozarks, saw some of those weakening showers and thunderstorms clip you all to get your Wednesday morning drive started. Then I think we'll go into a little bit of dry time during late morning and the early afternoon hours. But once we get past 2 or 3 o'clock, Futurecast wants additional scattered storms to pop up, some of which could be strong, maybe severe, maybe lingering chances for rain and storms into Thursday morning. Then I think we get a break during the day. Then, late afternoon Thursday on the 4th into Thursday night, we will have to watch a couple areas of storms that will be strong to possibly severe before they can weaken once we get past 9, 10, or 11 o'clock Thursday night. So, we got a couple rounds of storms to watch, including Wednesday with a level 1 to 2 risk for storms to be severe, mainly for the afternoon and evening hours. With this setup, I'm not too concerned about a tornado threat. We could see a little bit of hail out of this, but the main threat for Wednesday's storms at their strongest could be some high wind gusts and some heavy rain. And the same goes for Thursday. Between 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 4th and 11 o'clock Thursday night, another go at strong, possibly severe storms, with most of us under a level 2 risk for severe weather. Again, high wind and heavy rain seems to be the main threat. Once we get the storm system out of here after the 4th, look at how quiet it stays for Friday and Saturday. And behind that front, we'll notice a nice drop in temperatures and humidity too. But don't get used to that calm spell, because once we go into next Sunday, another storm system trying to approach could bring a few isolated storms on Sunday. There's a very low rain chance right now, but I think those chances can really start to ramp up again, at least scattered storms coming back into play as we head into Monday. So in terms of what that does with the forecast trend, we're going to go from a hot and humid 4th of July again with highs around 93 back into the mid-80s. Comfortable weather Friday and Saturday with quiet skies, partly to mostly sunny both days. Briefly back near 90 on Sunday, and then I think we can see another dip back into the mid-80s with additional storm chances looking more likely on Monday.